All right, I am in Panama City, Florida, and this week I visited Coast CrossFit in Panama City. There I met Coach Mike, fantastic coach, owner of this box. Man, what a great guy, just totally 100% all in on his commitment to his athletes and his programming and his box, his family and his community. Just really came across as a stand-up guy who really cared about what he was doing and how it was affecting his athletes. So we had a great time. The workout was 5 rounds. It was a 3-minute AMRAP done 5 times with a 1-minute rest in between the rounds. It was 15 wall balls, 10 cows on the bike with the damper set at 10, meant to be done quickly, and then 15 pull-ups. It was actually very challenging, and we got a great workout in. So really, a lot of strong athletes, very community-minded people. Everyone was very friendly. Everyone was, very talkative and open to, meeting the new guy. There's another drop-in too, so a couple drop-ins. It's kind of a tourist town, so that's probably pretty common around here. But had a fantastic time. The workout was great. Very strong workout. My forearms are still stinging from it, and really couldn't ask for more. Great experience, great box, and really impressive coach.
So the first question I'm going to ask is, who are you, where in the world are we, and what's the name of your box?
My name is Mike McAuliffe. We are in Panama City Beach, Florida, and this is Coast CrossFit.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about your community here.
We have a wild bunch. And every box is, I would say, varied of people. We have, like any other general box, big Masters community, we have a fairly large Masters community in our box.
I saw that, yeah.
We have a good population from the Navy base. There's a Navy base right next door.
Okay. What base is that?
It's just a...
I don't know. Yeah,
it's just a Navy. It's just it depends. They have a lot going on.
It's like
over
Panama
there.
City Navy.
Right. It's the Naval Academy. So they have like a bunch of different dive students over there. They have a small amount of Army, Air Force, very small, depending on what they're doing over there. But it's a big dive school.
Okay.
On this Navy base.
That makes sense with where
big
we are.
dive school.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of engineers who are employed there. Some instructors, some students, but they're too busy, doing stuff. So really people who live here.
Okay.
So that helps out a lot because active duty are always coming and going.
Yeah.
Right? So luckily for us, we have a lot of people who live here.
Okay.
From the base.
All right. If you could go back in time, or if you could just find someone who's thinking about starting CrossFit,
Yep.
What advice would you give them or yourself before you started?
Like anything else, if you do go back in time and would redo it, hopefully you would listen to yourself. Take everything in small increments. Less is more, A lot of people who will start, they'll want to soak it all in so fast, and then within 2-3 years, you see that decline, if it hasn't already started early, when they're trying to do too much at one time.
Yeah.
It's just less is more, you'll last longer, definitely taking the longevity of it over anything else.
Okay, that's good advice.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, so if you were going to have a memory wipe and you were going to lose all of your CrossFit memories, everything related to CrossFit gone, you get to keep one memory related to CrossFit. What would that memory be? It could be anything you want.
Of an experience of mine, or
however you want to interpret that, any way you want to roll with it.
Oh man,
one thing though.
One thing. That's the funny thing about CrossFit is there's not just one. There's so many of them on the same level.
Yeah.
I've seen, and being in this community, and as long as I've been in here, I've worked with all types of people, whether it be anywhere from, we've had games athletes drop in here, we've had amputees, we've had people who, and you can't judge a book by its cover in CrossFit.
Yeah.
People who you would assume, and you have to stand back and watch first, who can't do something who could totally do it. Yeah. I've had people who were well over, in fact, I was telling somebody the story the other day. I had a guy from Texas, he was, if I were to guess his weight, which I'm also fairly good at from being in this world so long, he was well over 330 pounds, had butterfly pull-ups.
No way.
I mean, flawless. Double unders all day long.
Wouldn't guess that.
Wouldn't guess it. Didn't see him jump on a box, but, So bigger guys who complain about double unders because they got to jump so high, but really the rope's only that thick. This guy was doing it. His butterflies were amazing, amazing. And he was at 330. You could tell that he's been working out, obviously, to have those kind of butterflies. He had some type of sports in the past, but he was definitely like, hey, I need to lose 150 pounds, 330. Not, I was 275 in football, now I'm 330. You know, to watch him do that was one of the greatest things I've ever seen physically. Just because I've never, it was one of those few moments in my history of my gym, everyone stopped working out and just watched him, and they were like, what in the hell is going on right now? To cheat the question, the one only other time I had everyone stop working out and watch what happened was I had two gentlemen drop in about 8 years ago. They were on the Paralympic hockey team.
Okay.
They won gold that year. One had one arm, one had one leg. The guy who had one leg was doing box jumps. He had a mechanical leg. It was power cleans and box jumps in the workout.
Yeah.
And I just made sure before they started, I was like, hey, how do you normally scale box jumps? Because they weren't new to CrossFit. And he was like, oh, I can do box jumps. And I was like, okay, cool. 20-inch, less, 18. He goes, no, I'm going to use a 24. And I was like, okay, cool. Sounds good, man. We'll do that.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I'm not kidding you. Not only did he jump on it, but he didn't even use a mechanical leg. He finished his power cleans. He sat down in the box, took his mechanical leg off, and with one leg, jumped on a 24-inch box for however many reps it was. And I sat there and I was like, my ankle feels better all of a sudden now.
It changes the way you look at how you do things, right?
Man, big time. And I've seen, and they're just two of many that I've had come in here. So, I mean, all my memories of out of the ordinary, it's not out of the ordinary to them because they're used to it.
Yeah.
That's what it's what they know.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's fairly new due to maybe that happened overseas, which these two gentlemen did, but the way they adapted to it so fast, and it was so just normal, is amazing.
That's awesome. That's powerful stuff.
It is amazing, yeah.
All right, I got one more weird question for you. So you've been doing this a while? How long have you been doing
Yes, long time.
Long time?
I found CrossFit in 2000, the end of 2009.
Oh wow, so really long time.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like original school kind of. Okay.
One of them.
All right. So with everything you've seen with CrossFit, what's one thing that people are going to be surprised is different about CrossFit in 5 years? So 5 years from now, something's going to be different. What is it?
So here's what I highly believe, and because I've seen it kind of come in and come out. Right now, there's a big bubble of boxes and you see them in plazas and all that, but to have like a cleaner style, and I say we have a fairly clean gym.
You do here, yeah, absolutely.
Nowadays, I mean, I think everyone's got a cleaner gym, but we always try to keep a clean gym. I feel like one thing that's not different, to not really answer your question, is you're gonna see warehouse gyms still be popular because no matter what, it's still very different from the general population of Planet Fitnesses or Anytime Workouts or whatever, whatever chain is big somewhere. LA Fitness, I think, is still big in areas. YMCAs down here are not a thing in our city. Hasn't been a thing since the 70s.
Yeah.
So I think YMCAs are still big in bigger cities. Lifetime, I guess, is another one. But those gyms are not used to warehouses. So people who are still tired of doing or ready to be doing something new, the warehouse is still going to be a big effect. See, Dusty, be a big hit on them. That's new to them still.
Yeah.
Even, CrossFit boxes since 2004, 2005, the warehouse style to them, it's like, oh, let's get a enclosed, climate controlled. And sure, some people do like that, but I feel like that's still going to stick and is going to be new. It might be different to box owners now because they thought they needed the climate controlled
There's
area.
a push for that. Yeah, you see more of it.
You do see more of it, I feel that it won't hang on in a lot of areas, or they're biting off more than they can chew and will close due to financial reasons.
Yeah, the cost per square foot's a lot
Right,
higher.
but I think the grassroots of warehouse doesn't got to be a dirty warehouse, but that warehouse feeling is still big, prominent, and will be a staple. That might not be a popular opinion, but from what I've seen, boxes around here that have opened and closed, it still holds true.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, my home box is that way. We're in a warehouse for sure.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
love it. I love it. I love that environment.
Yeah, and once again, there's a lot of people who've come and gone in CrossFit, but there's way more that have never done it, who have way more than have come and gone.
Yeah.
Who would walk into this place and be like, what in the hell? Where are the machines? You know, the typical questions,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And just in awe of the minimalism of CrossFit
Yeah.
and what we can get done.
Yeah.
That's my long answer.
Love it.
That's not,
It's perfect.
but
Brother, thank
yeah.
you, man. Thank you.
Anytime.
That was
That's
awesome.
cool. I like that. I like